let's talk about the path you've been on versus your awakening path. The path that we walk most of our lives is paved with kind of other people's expectations, right? So you go to school, you learn to drive, you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, you get a big house, and that's success, right? Something along those lines generally. And that's all laid out for you. And sometimes for some of us, it's a very cracked sidewalk that we're walking on, but we're doing it and we can kind of see it, and even though we don't like it. But when you get to your awakening path, there's not something laid out for you. It's not like the yellow brick road. And you can say, oh, I'm just going to step onto this beautiful path where I become my true self. It's actually like, imagine you're on that sidewalk and that sidewalk now starts like moving, and you're gonna fall off the end of it, and you're like, oh crap, I don't know where to go from here. And hi, bird friends. And you're like, I don't know where to go from here. So you kind of like try to stay on this sidewalk that you've always been on, which is uncomfortable because now you're moving against the flow, right? And if you really start to panic, you might turn around and try to run the way you came from. Well, none of that feels comfortable and none of that feels good. So I would just invite you, if you feel like you're kind of running backwards and you're desperately trying to stay where you are, to maybe just kind of surrender to the flow. Your next step will show up, but you have to kind of let it. You can't like search for it. You're not going to be able to Google like, what's my next step on my awakening path? You have to just kind of tune in and listen to your inner guidance. So if you feel like you're running against the flow of a sidewalk that's trying to push you off, go ahead and just surrender and let that next step show up for you so you can get going on your awakening path and get out of this discomfort that you're in. All right, I'm sending you love, and I hope that made sense. All right, I'll talk to you soon.